The 2025-26 Continental football season will kick off this weekend and is set to be one of the biggest yet. A massive 120 teams will be entered between the CAF Champions League and CAF Confederations Cup this season. Now, whilst South African representatives Mamelodi Sundowns and Stellenbosch have been given a bye, Soweto Giants, Kaiser Chiefs and Orlando Pirates will be involved this weekend. With me to unpack this one is African football expert Mogale Sathekge. You're watching Soccer Betting News.
Thank you so much, Deshaj, for welcoming me, and good day to our listeners. Likewise.
Kaiser Chiefs were involved in midweek Betway Premiership action, going down 3-1 to Sekhukhune United. Mo, not the result Nabi wanted to start off with.
Yeah, very disappointing to see Chiefs losing with that type of margin. But again, you take nothing away from Sekhukhune United. They've been doing well.
Yeah.
Massive six games played. Massive 16 points collected thus far. Only one draw. And they recorded 5 wins. And out of those 5 wins, you can check, they've collected maximum 6 points against the Soweto Giants, which is Pirates and Chiefs respectively. So Sekhukhune is doing very well. So, but as for Kaizer Chiefs, I don't know, man. I feel like now Nabi is like a bad omen at Chiefs. And without any fear of favor, I'm still going to repeat this. Like the first 2 games where Pirates had challenges and also when Sundowns had challenges, I said coaches must do away with this thing of having favoritism when it comes to players. You get my point? Nabi at Chiefs now is been defeated because he's got favorites when it comes to certain players. You get my point? There is no need for him to not play do or die because he was at Bafana, he didn't play. He was supposed to put him in the field of play just to, revitalize his energy and get that energy back from him. Instead, he puts him on the bench. The young Mfundo Vilakazi, I think if Chiefs can really get a lot from that young man, he needs to be introduced. He was being introduced gradually as a sub, but right now, I think there's a point whereby it has become to a point whereby he deserves to start certain games. Because you can tell whenever he's on the field, when Chiefs is playing and when he's off the field, he brings a certain level type of, kind of energy when he's always on the field. So Nabi, I think, he's getting things the wrong way, unlike the way his 2 assistant coaches did when he was away at home for family matters. They did very well. There was rhythm, there was combination amongst players. Now players just come from back from injury. No matter how much you trust a player, you can't just in a game of that high magnitude, you throw Aiden McCarthy. Are you using him as a scapegoat? You're not protecting a player. I think Aiden was rushed to come back into this game, and that costed Kaizer Chiefs game so severely. And unfortunately, like I'm saying now, this is how Sundowns run away with the league. You just need to lose 1 game and they are gone.
Yeah. Look, this season, Aiden McCarthy has been handed the Man of the Match award, I think not once but twice. And looking at Kaizer Chiefs, there's a massive pool of players that Nabi has to select.
Yes, I mean, the players are there. I don't even understand why certain players right now, they are not being introduced or being played and everything. You get my point? Because they bought 11 players in total. Those players, obviously, they cannot just come in and jump and be thrown into the deep end and get into the first 11. But they need to be gradually introduced to the game so that, they can contribute to the Chiefs' successive season. So I think Nabi has to go back to the drawing board and damn it, man, he's got players. He needs to sit down and select his best 11. I mean, 6-7 games now to play. He needs to be, at this present moment as the head coach, he needs to be knowing that, shucks, man, this is my best 11, I need these guys always every game to go there and Sharks, man, I'm just disappointed with his choice of first 11 yesterday, and it costed him the game severely. But like I said, Sekhukhune are not just they are not just there to watch.
Title contenders, I think,
they are
currently.
title contenders. And I saw a tweet where where one of the football fans tweeted and said, forget Pirates and Chiefs must forget about the league this season. The league is between Sekhukhune and Mamelodi Sundowns. You get that? You get my point. And Sekhukhune are currently showing that on the field of play. But coaches like Nabi, if I was, I'm talking about me. If I was Mutaung, I'm talking about me. I was going to have guts. Sometimes all this clause does tie coaches and players. As an owner, if you have money, you don't have to be afraid to say, you know what, we have to have a very urgent meeting. Let's speak. This is not working. We have seen last season you tried. Now you have all the resources that you need, but you're still costing us games. I think we need to just separate our ways. You go your way, we go our way. We will pay you whatever that is remaining. If I was in the executive of Kaiser Chiefs, I was gonna take that kind of decision. The way sometimes this guy at Sundowns does, Flemmenberg, but he makes wrong decisions. 80% of these decisions are wrong. They are not informed.
Well, look, this season, Chiefs couldn't counter some frightening opposition in the CAF Confederations Cup. I mean, the likes of Zamalek, USM Algiers, even Wydad are involved in that competition.
Yes, I mean, it's continental football, baby. It's continental football. It's not for sissies. It's not for people who are always saying, we will see next game and whatever. It's continental football. Every game counts. Every game is a war. You can see it's preliminary rounds now.
Yeah.
For you to be in the group stages, you have to face a certain team, win all those games, home and away, so that you can form part of a certain group and now battle it out and go to the knockout stages. You get my point? It's continental football. So at this present moment, I thought that Kaiser Chiefs would have assembled the Avengers, a team that will go there and represent the team both on the continental stage and when it comes to local football. But nah, man, if you're still going to still believe in Miguel Inacio, if you're still going to believe Miguel yesterday, I was angry. I was angry yesterday because Miguel couldn't run with Dash Munari. How come? When did Munari become faster than? Munari is one of the slowest defenders in the PSL, but he ran faster, ball over the top from a defender. Just imagine. Yeah. Munari was behind, caught napping with Miguel. Miguel ran all the way to the 16 yards area with Dash, with Munari. No tackle, no nothing. Some things are questionable, man. Some coaches make horrendous and awful decisions. Yeah. There is no way to define this. It's just disappointing.
Well, look, Kaiser Chiefs have shown their mettle in cup competition. Last season, we've seen them winning the Nedbank Cup, and, it was only a game of 5 matches.
Yes, I mean, they wanted something. You could see the way they were playing in the Nedbank Cup. Especially the game that stood out was the game against Mamelodi Sundowns in the semi-finals, and also the finals against Pirates here at Moses Mabhida. They killed those 2 games, and you need that from teams like Chiefs to create that healthy competition in the domestic league. Right now, Pirates is like winning MTN 8 5 times and whatever. What are these guys doing, allowing someone to win a cup for like 5 years? It's not normal. Each and every year a team beats you with one strategy. What are you doing? What the hell are you doing as a coach? As a coach who needs to disturb this team from reaching their success? What are you doing?
All right, let's play devil's advocate here for a moment. Who is the strongest 11 right now?
Right now, I can tell you amongst the 4 teams I've seen. Let me give you the top 5 teams: Pirates, Sundowns, Chiefs, Stellenbosch, and Marumo. Right now, I can tell you, right now, out of all these big 3 teams, right now, I can say Pirates has the strongest first 11 that they trust. Their last 4 games, that is the strongest 11 that they trust with their heart, their bones, their lungs and everything. And then comes Marumo Gallants. The guy, Shem.
The 28-year-old.
Oh, come on. The guy knows.
Latif, I think.
You know, the guy knows now. No problem to him. He knows Monarema starts the game. He knows how to use Maghalwa. He knows that Bradley Grobler is a sniper. That guy will shoot you right into the head and you'll die within seconds. He doesn't miss. And remember when the season started, I spoke about him and people thought I was crazy. Bradley Grobler is quality. Besides that, he never did well at a continental stage when Bafana was playing and whatever, not scoring goals. When it comes to PSL, he really needs to deal. He really knows how to slay PSL teams, that guy. He never misses. Click, click, bang, 2. Everything is done. Chiefs yesterday was just shocked because of somehow all this Bradley Grobler.
He's about 37, 38.
Exactly my point.
All right, this weekend, Kaiser Chiefs are away to Lioli FC. Kabuscorp rather. What do you expect from Nabi outfit this weekend? I
expect Nabi to assemble the Avengers, the best 11. He needs to forget about this thing of having certain players as favorites. Nabi has got a team. No excuses. Nabi has got a team. We have seen that team, the first 4 games they played. They gelled. The players that were studying, they gelled. They were playing for one another. They communicated. They protected one another. They played for the badge and everything. Nabi needs to understand that he's not the owner of Chiefs, you know, and he needs to understand that he's there as a coach. He's there also as a mentor. He's there also to make sure that he introduce a good working flow system amongst the players and everything. You can't be behaving like this certain player doesn't deserve to play because of I love this certain player, but that's how he's behaving, unfortunately. You get my point? And I'm, without any fear of favor, I'm going to say it. There was no need for him to bench do or die yesterday. Look, the defense right now at the back is unnecessary. Frosler pairing with Inacio. Come on, man. Where have you seen that? That is just absolutely disappointing. He's got players. Aiden McCarthy is there. He's not slow and everything. He just needs to understand what are the combinations that are working at Kaiser Chiefs at the present moment. He needs to make sure that he plays his first 11 all the damn time. No excuses this time around. He's got players. Imagine when the likes of Bartman, Velebai, Mabue, Mayo, when they start being in the mixed, Abu Chislet, Abu Shinga and whoever, when those guys now get their clearances and start being mixed in the 23 main squad. And what is this guy going to do? This guy is just going to be a bomb. He's going to go crazy. He's going to have a lot of talent at his disposal and he's going to cook nothing. Yeah. His meat will always, it won't even be rare. It will just, I don't know. Because he's cooking nothing. They are calling him Nabi the cookist. Thus far, the man has cooked nothing. I don't see anything that is cooking.
Soweto neighbours Orlando Pirates will be away to Lioli FC this weekend. Abdesalam Wadu silences critics by delivering the MTNA title.
Yes, but I can just say that he needs to be very careful not to undermine this team. This team, they play in the Lesotho Premier League. And then you must remember that there are certain coaches right now in those league. And I think Lehlono Siema is currently in that league as one of the coaches, people who really understand PSL and how the South African football works and everything. This team that you're speaking about must not be undermined the way we undermined that team in Botswana. What was that team?
Jwaneng Galaxy.
Jwaneng Galaxy, the one of Ramo Robeli, the one that knocked Pirates off that other previous season. We must not undermine this team because they are going to do what Jwaneng Galaxy did to Pirates, and Pirates is going to regret. So Lioli, it's not a team to undermine because if you can check their previous results in the league, they beat a team called Members FC 5-0. That was their last results. Pirates won 3-0 against Stellenbosch. Everything is balanced, but Pirates need to assemble their best 11 and play. And oh my God, what a player Nemtangela is. Oh Jesus, they call him Baba Yaga, boogeyman. You know, John Wick. I love that boy.
Let's look at that clash then between Orlando Pirates and Stellenbosch. Of course, Stellies held Pirates for the full 90 before succumbing to the firepower.
Exactly my point. You see when you have a machine, a dash, and when you have players who can deliver, and when you are a cookist, you must cook. What you cooked? Even though his pot got ready at 120 minutes and whatever, but the man was cooking. You can see what was the intention in that tie. But Stellenbosch also didn't come. And you know, when we talk about coaches who are using brains, we talk about people like Steve Barker. He lost to Pirates last season in the MTN 8 Cup final. Then he studied what was wrong in the final. That's why the man was able to take Pirates to extra time. Had he succeeded and taken Pirates to penalties, chances are that Stellenbosch players were going to be pumped up. The goalkeeper was going to get confidence, and it was going to be between Chaine versus their goalkeeper, Stellenbosch, Sage Stevens, Stellenbosch goalkeeper. You get my point? To see who works victorious. But because Wadu cooks, Wadu has got players. Wadu knew that, okay, I have Mbata needs to play this type of minutes. And what did he do? He assembled players like Nemutangela, you know, to win him the game. He assembled Moremi. He assembled Apolis.
Yeah.
You know, when he was 1-0, 2-1, protecting the score, he brought on CBC to rest Mbogazi and everything. So the guy has got players, and he used them accordingly over the weekend. And like I'm saying, Desh, the fans, the football lovers of South African football, they must watch out they must watch out for this boy, Nemtangela, Baba Yaga, Boogeyman, John Wick. Aye, there is more to come to there is more. That boy is talented. He can cook. That boy is a cookist. I saw Mbata going off, and I thought that, at that moment, oh, here comes the trouble. Stellenbosch is going to exploit that midfield. But the boogeyman was there. They couldn't see anything. He had 9 guns. Pirates, I don't want to lie. At this present moment, they are well covered in every position. We know the sniper. How can you not forget the most proper substitution? Chehofa Jomabasa. He did what he did last season in the MTN 8. Came in and as happened, buried the game for Orlando Pirates. Repeated the same thing this season, and we must give credit. Wow, what a player Moremi is. Now you can see that he's coming to the party. He's really understanding what is expected out of him, and he's delivering. And I liked his message when he was interviewed for the man of the... Remember, he came in as a sub and got the man of the match.
30 minutes, the job was done.
Yes, 30 minutes, he was able to get the man of the match award. And what he said is that, I love the support that the players, the coaches, the technical team, and the fans at home, they are giving us. And I can promise them today that more is yet to come. They've seen nothing today when it came to this MTN 8 victory. So you need players like that in your team, and you need a coach who also show players that, you know what, I really rely on you and everything. So many players at Pirates right now, they know the fans, they know that the coach, they know that the chairman, they know that the technical team rallies behind them, and it supports them. And one thing that I want to also point out about Pirates, oh man, how can we forget Gilrich, the conditioning coach? Since that guy got to Pirates, I've never seen Pirates players being worn out. I don't remember a game since that guy came to Pirates as their conditioning and strengthening coach. I don't remember at Pirates where a team dominated Pirates physically, and even in Africa, they performed much better because they could match teams like Al Ahly, Zamalek, pound to pound in terms of pace. And we know that those teams in terms of pace, they are very advanced. But Pirates must say thanks. That guy is a blessing in disguise to Orlando Pirates.
The last time Orlando Pirates were involved in continental competition, they went all the way to the semi-finals. The last time Kaiser Chiefs were involved in continental competition, they also went to the final. Can you see a similar result happening this season?
Like I'm going to keep on saying, and even Sundowns, they are big teams in South Africa, for heaven's sake. They are big teams. They can't just be big teams because their names are Mamelodi Sundowns, Orlando Pirates, and Kaiser Chiefs. It has to show. Zamalek is a big team in Egypt because it's able to challenge Al Ahly for the league and they just won CAF last season. Al Ahly is able to show that they are the big team in Egypt because they always qualify for the Club World Cup. They always play their players are everywhere, playing in international stages and everything. Sundowns, Pirates and Chiefs, they have to show. Nothing is going to stop them. All of them, they have players now. Good thing Sundowns Mudau, I heard, is cleared to come back to play. He's going to be joining the team now. No excuses. All the players will be back. Yomvalas and everything. No excuses. The team now will be ready for continental football. They must go there and represent South Africa with pride. And I'm saying this today. I'm wishing to see a CAF Confederation final with both South African teams, or a CAF Champions League final, which almost happened last season. It is meant to happen this season. Pirates has to face Sundowns in CAF final. Chiefs has to face Stellenbosch. We can do it. We have players. Stellenbosch also has quality. We must stop using excuses. Hey, these guys are strong and whatever. They are strong. Apply tactics that you can beat these teams with. If these guys are tall, strong, physical and whatever, use your South African flair. We play tiki-taka here. We are like Brazil. We play the ball on the floor. You can't beat them in the air. Take them down there and show these guys what you are made of. So the guys have got the teams capable that they can assemble to participate in African or continental football. So all the best to them. And I wish, starting this weekend, they can show the superiority. This is just a preliminary round. Pirates need to beat this Lioli Lion or something, 7-0 or 4-0 or something, to show their superiority in the CAF Champions League, to show that they've got experience, to show that they were there. We can't say they don't have experience. These guys were there. 80% of the squad right now, they played last season. Mofokeng was one of the top
performers
with assists in the CAF Champions League. He needs to redeem himself and do much higher than he did last season. So all the best to the 4 teams in the PSL that are going to be playing the CAF Confederations finals and the CAF Champions League finals.
Well, football fans, you've heard it right here from African football expert Mogale Sathekge and myself, Deshaj. As you can see, we are very excited for the CAF football competitions which begin this weekend. If you haven't already, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Leave us a comment letting us know how excited you are. From all of us in studio, thanks and goodbye.
It's a shoe. It's a shooby. It's a shoe, bra-ba-ba.
For more soccer betting tips and previews, get the latest edition of Soccer Betting News for only 10 Rand at your nearest Hollywood Bets branch or news agent.